It is 25 minutes now after the hour, 67 degrees in downtown Sylacauga. Good morning to all of you, all of us here at Daybreak Live. We add beauty to our set this morning. We welcome Elena Price, Miss Sylacauga 2023, and Kim Todd, Director of Miss Sylacauga. Ladies, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us bright and early this morning. And Elena, there's some good news for you. We're going to get to that in just a little bit, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am the daughter of Ed and Casey Price. I am a recent graduate of Sylacauga High School. I actually was able to graduate valedictorian in my class, so a great achievement that I reached my goals for that. I will be attending Samford in the fall to major in biology with a pre-medicine track.
Wow. You know, graduating from high school, that had to be a blur with all this other stuff you got going on, right?
It kind of was, but I was able to stop and take in the moment and really just cherish that opportunity to have that moment with my classmates.
Kim, good morning to you. I know it's been a busy time for you as well as we get set for Miss Alabama coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been working with Elena, and she's been doing a fabulous job.
All right. Tell me how we got to this point. Kim, I'll start with you this morning.
Sure. So Elena won Miss Sylacauga back in October, and we have been preparing her ever since. She's been focused on community service, being out in the community. She and Allison have done a phenomenal job being out in the community, and we've been pretty much working on prepping for Miss Alabama from the get-go. We gave them about a month off and started prepping them right away. And you know, we picked talent, and I'll let her talk about some of that later. And so she started getting ready for that, and we've been doing mock interviews with every month. We did mock interviews up until Allison went to state, and then we've been doing every other week for Elena ever since. So it's a haul, but it's good. It's good. We've gotten her. She's been able to meet a lot of people across the United States. We bring in mock judges from other parts of the country, and so she gets different perspectives, which is great.
Wow. Now, yesterday was a big day, too, here in town.
It was a big day. It was a big day. Elena had her send-off reception and had a great showing. She had a lot of support yesterday, and we've got it under secret wrap, and she got to show her wardrobe off yesterday.
Elena, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Is Miss Alabama week. Talk to us a little bit about that.
So I am leaving on the 25th. That's when I move into the UAB dorms. UAB dorms is hosting us this year, and we'll have roommates with all the other contestants. And then we will have the actual competition at Sanford's Wright Center. On Monday the 26th, we actually have a scholarship golf tournament, so if anybody wants to apply, then it's still open, and teams of 4. It's great. All the money goes right back to the contestants for our own scholarships. And then competition starts on the 27th, and then all the way to the 1st. So we have competition every single day, and it's going to be super excited. You can get tickets and call Miss Alabama's office. And we also have something new this year. We have People's Choice, which means people can vote for who they want to be in the top 12. And
really?
Yes. So you get the 13th spot. We have top 13 this year, and whoever gets the most votes, it's $1 per vote, gets to have their spot in top 13.
Wow.
So follow our Miss Sylacauga channel on Facebook and Instagram for the link to go vote for Elena.
That's fantastic.
Let's not leave anything to chance. We know she's going to do great,
Yes.
but
right.
let's get her right
That's
into
right.
the top 13.
Absolutely. Now, you're also a pianist.
Yes, I have been playing piano for 8 years now. I normally stray away from classical. I like the more upbeat tunes that is something you can tap your foot to. I actually was going to play Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis, but unfortunately I didn't get my paperwork in first, and someone else actually got that song. So I actually started working on a new song a couple months ago called Good Golly Miss Molly by Little Richard, and I'm super excited for everybody to see it. I think it's going to be very fun and something new to show the crowd.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. She did great yesterday.
You know, as a young lady, you've got a lot of eyes on you. A lot of young girls who anticipate maybe being in the spot that you're in right now. What would you say to young girls just getting started in the pageant field?
You don't have to have many, many years of experience. That was something I always thought when I looked at these pageant girls, like, oh my goodness, I never stood a chance against these girls who have years and years of experience. But Miss Sylacauga was my first pageant ever.
Wow.
Yes, and so I walked in.
Were you nervous?
I was, but I think that's natural. Everybody
Yeah.
gets a little nervous sometimes. But I walked in, and I just walked in with an open mindset and decided to do my best, and here we are. So I would just tell them, go for it. Go for the things that you want to accomplish, and don't worry about what everybody else has accomplished, and you can do it.
You don't see that very often.
We don't, but this year both of our Miss and team, it was their first time.
Wow.
So it was Allison's first year as well.
That's fantastic. Talk about your community service initiative.
Right, so mine is called Hometown Helpings, and I focus on food insecurity in our community. Most people don't even know where our food bank is. Do you know where our food bank is? I kind of put you on the spot, do you know?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm with you.
But do you know where our food bank is, I'm asking?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I didn't know until I was in high school, and I've lived here my entire life. Our food bank, Alabama Childhood Food Solutions, it's on 114 Canyon Ridge Road, and I wasn't aware that we had one. So I want to educate the community on the resources we have available to them, because imagine all the people who need the resources and don't know that we have it for them.
Yeah.
And just educate the public on the issue that is rising. 23% of children in Alabama are food insecure. That's 1 in 4. So most of the time they rely on school meals every day, but during the summer, what do they do? So that's what our food bank does, and I focus on helping the children and elderly of our community.
Alabama Childhood Food Solutions has been around some 12 or 13 years, and they do a fantastic job, Jim and Linda Jones, and it's good to plug into an opportunity like that, and they help a lot of people. So this year, Miss America is reintroducing a health and fitness element back to the competition. So what's this about?
Actually, the teens have had it for many years, and they actually do like a fitness routine with push-ups and jumping jacks and that kind of thing. But this year, Miss America is adding it to the Miss portion as well, and it's just a way for us to promote a healthy lifestyle rather than promote a specific body type. We want to promote being healthy, having good eating habits and working out, and just being strong in your own body. It's more of a modeling than a fitness routine for us, which I can appreciate. So we just have our little sports attire, and we get to do model walks and show off the hard muscles we've been earning over the couple of months.
And Miss America has partnered with American Heart Association, which is really something. They're promoting great heart health as well through this, and they're calling it Miss America Fit, and so the girls wear red in honor of American Heart Association.
Wow. There are many areas of competition, including the interview segment, which we're doing one of those this morning. And so what do you expect when an interview takes place? How does that work for you?
They actually get we have a community service initiative essay, which is about my hometown helping, so about what I've done, what I plan to do in the future. And then they have a resume fact sheet, which is all of my information and stuff like that. And it's just a conversation, just to have a little bit of time to meet the judges. It's 5 judges of a panel, and it can range from anything. But most of the time we like to have it talk about our community service, about ourselves, and just our plans for the future.
And then you have the evening gown.
Yes, that's one of my favorites. I think I have a showstopper dress this year.
She
I'm
does.
so excited for everybody to see it. It's just a time to take it all in, really. We get to walk the stage, take as much time as we want, and just take in the experience of being on a stage like that.
Then you have the on-stage question. This is when it's white knuckle time, so to speak. Speak to that a bit.
We actually have changed it a little bit this year. It normally ranges to be a little bit more political, but this year they are changing it to be community service based, so the audience can get some information about our community service initiatives and what our plans are.
Wow, that's fantastic. We're talking with Elena Price, who is Miss Sylacauga 2023, contestant Miss Alabama coming up in just a few weeks. And Kim Todd, the director of Miss Sylacauga. And Kim, I know this is a pump time for you, isn't it?
It is. We just focus on making sure the girls are comfortable and making sure Elena feels prepared, and we're just super excited. We're just her cheerleaders. And at this point, I start backing off. We've got one more mock interview, and then I'm hands off and let her just chill and focus on quiet time with herself and practicing talent, and so take the push off. So
scholarship opportunities. We're going to touch on that this morning, and that's so important, Miss Alabama.
It is. Miss America is actually the #1 provider of scholarships for women in America, nationally. So I encourage every single young girl that can get involved to get involved now. I know many girls who compete in this competition organization, they graduate debt-free from not only undergrad, but furthering their degree, like a major as well. I need a lot of scholarships. Going to med school is going to be very, very expensive, and luckily they've actually raised the age limit to 28. And these scholarships can be used towards school, or they can actually just be used towards debt that you have from school. So you don't actually have to be active in school to use these scholarships, which is, I think, is just a great way to promote the organization.
So if people would like tickets, I guess there are tickets available for Miss Alabama, right? How do they go about getting tickets?
Yes, sir. So you just call Miss Alabama's office. You can Google it on Google and it will pop right up. And you just tell them how many tickets you want, and you can either buy season tickets, which is all 4 nights, or you can buy each individual night depending on what you would like to watch.
Yeah, wow. So glad to have both of you with us this morning.
We're excited to be here. Thank you.
And it is an honor to be with y'all. And Kim, we've had several, not just Miss Alabama, Miss Sylacauga, but there's been several events that have taken place just this year.
That's correct. That's correct. We are so excited. One of the things that we started back a couple of years ago was the Little Miss Sylacauga competition, and we have had a tremendous showing the last 2 years. We've had nearly 50 girls compete. So we feel like this is a great stepping stone for the girls to compete in the future. If we can just keep a fraction of those girls in the system, we're going to rebuild Miss Sylacauga back to the glory days of when we had 20 girls competing in Miss Sylacauga. And we want them to give them that opportunity to grow, get confident, be on stage, let it be second nature to them. And we also offer a talent and an interview portion for some of the older girls, not the youngest competition, or the youngest age group, but the older girls, so that they get a real feel for what it's going to be like for them to compete when they get older. So we're really excited about that. And then we have coming up a fishing tournament. This is the very first year we're doing this. It's going to be on October 24th. At Lay Lake at Beeswax Landing, and all the information is on our website at misssylacauga.com. It is $100 per boat, and we're offering $20 big fish if you want to compete in that. And we have top 3 placements, and quite a few sponsors for that as well. So we're so excited about that. There's still time to register. Our numbers are a little lower than we would have hoped, but it's our first year. So we're hoping that we get people to want to come out and fish that day for scholarship dollars.
So when is it again?
June 24th.
I was about to say, it's not one of my notes say.
June 24th.
Okay.
It's in 2 weeks.
And
then we've got Miss Sylacauga coming up on October 7th.
Yeah.
So, and it is never too early to start preparing to compete. It's ideal if you're preparing now. Spend the summer getting your talent ready when you have time and you're not in school, and waiting till the last minute. But applications will start opening probably in September, right around the beginning of September. Everything you can follow it on misssylacauga.com.
Wow. Alana, when did you start prepping for Miss Sylacauga?
I started prepping last June. So right in the summer, like Miss Kim said, it's a little more than I thought it would be, but it's definitely worth it. Like, it has taught me so many things. You think you know how to walk until you have to start walking in these competitions. You kind of have to relearn how to walk, but it's so fun. I have like friends, we practice together. It's like with Allison, we just have a good time practicing and doing these mock interviews. It's just a great learning experience. It's not just for this competition, but for life as well. I'll have medical school interviews that I'll have to face one day, and this is preparing me for that now. And just perfecting talent. It's something that you have to put a lot of hours into, but I think it has a great outcome in the end.
And you have to be careful because you're wearing a crown too, right?
Oh, this thing's secured. It's secure. It's not going to go
bouncing on my head
nowhere.
here.
No, we got it secured on here.
But they don't wear that when they're competing.
Right.
So, yeah.
You know, I would have figured that out after a while. I just thought you're multi-talented, you know.
Yes, just sit here and balance it.
Well, Miss Alabama's coming up real soon, and we want everybody to be a part of the event with Elena Price, Miss Sylacauga 2023, Kim Todd, the director of Miss Sylacauga, we want butts in the seats
That's right.
for that event. And
Yeah.
again, how do people get plugged in to get tickets?
To Miss Alabama or Miss Sylacauga?
Miss Alabama, yeah.
So go to missalabama.com and you can find their phone number. The best way to do it is to call. If you forget that, message us on Facebook through the Miss Sylacauga or me directly, and I can get you connected to them. So
Now, this is not in my notes, anything, okay? I
Okay.
always hold one question till the end. Why does Alana have the inside track at Miss Alabama?
she's got it all. The trifecta, if you will. She's got the talent. She's got the brains. She's done a great job at doing interview. She's doing phenomenal. And you really win at an interview. That's the very first thing you do when you see the judges, and you connect sometimes, or you don't necessarily connect with the judges. She's gotten great feedback from all the mock judges who just absolutely love her and say they don't want the interview to end. So that is a great sign. As she said, she has got a showstopper evening gown. It's not about the evening gown wearing her, but it's her wearing it, and I think it's a perfect balance. She's done her commitment to physical fitness. We have a new sponsor this year with Whitney Wheeler, and Allison and Alana both have been very committed to early mornings and afternoons getting ready. So she's ready for this.
Early morning interviews like this, right?
Yes.
Thank you both for coming today,
Thank
and
you.
good luck with Miss Alabama, and I know you'll do real well, and we're pulling for you, that's for sure.
Thank you for having us today.
Thank you.
Alana Price, Miss Sylacauga 2023, contestant Miss Alabama coming up in just a few weeks. Kim Todd, director of Miss Sylacauga, and she is always welcome at Daybreak Live. Thank you both for being here. We got more Daybreak just ahead. Don't go away.